far corner of Triangle Alley, below the whooshing sound of a sparkling TR-3B, at the edge of a dark forest where lumbering beasts dwell. It's Beyond the Beyond with Tanner Rush.
Beyond the Beyond, the Hook Island sea monster. There were always crypto and UFO photos that struck me when I was young. The Deloise ape, the Billy Meyer photos, which are, of course, fraudulent, the Solway spaceman, and the Hook Island sea monster. You see, I loved the water when I was young, and I still do. The Eastern Sierra, where I live, is dotted with lakes and rivers and all sorts of areas where one can cool off if the mood strikes them. My kids and I are always discovering new spots, and as a teen, I was an avid scuba diver who spent a lot of time in the water. So you can imagine seeing a photo like this. For months after, whenever I would swim, I would picture some long, tadpole-shaped creature with rows of razor-sharp teeth trailing just behind the tips of my feet. On December 12, 1964, a group of tourists, including a man named Robert Le Serrec, were staying on Hook Island. This is in Australia, and the group set out on a boat trip around the island, and soon after came across a mysterious creature sitting on the ocean floor. Large, long, and in the shape of what appeared to be a tadpole, it appeared to be wounded, and at first the group thought it was dead. Robert and a friend put on diving equipment to go get a better look. When they submerged themselves and got close to the creature, they could see that it had a large chunk taken out of the middle part of its body. They could also see rows of teeth in its mouth, and that it was finless like a tadpole. During the encounter, Robert took a series of photographs of the creature which showed its large head and eyes, and long serpent-like body. It was at least 30 feet long, and its jaws were 4 feet wide. Its skin was smooth and was a dull brown color. As the men continued to examine the creature, it suddenly opened its eyes and lunged at them with its giant jaws. They escaped back to the boat, and the creature, evidently far from being dead, swam swiftly out into the open sea. In March of 1965, Everyone magazine published the story of the Hook Island sea monster with the photos that Robert took. There were many detractors, including famed biologist Ivan T. Sanderson, who claimed the creature was nothing more than a deflated skyhook held down by sand at its edges. Various investigations were launched to try and get to the truth of what the photographs were showing. Some suggested that it was a giant eel or sea slug. Cryptozoologists Bernard Hovelmans and Ivan T. Sanderson spoke of alternative explanations, including plastic sheeting or a deflated balloon. Others were convinced that the photos had been altered. Mind you, this was decades before Adobe Photoshop. However, the manipulation of photographs was indeed possible. While these photos have captured the imagination of both young and old over the course of the last 60 years, the true nature of what is being shown still remains shrouded in mystery. Whether an unknown sea creature or a clever hoax, the Hook Island sea monster continues to inspire wonder and remind us that the ocean may indeed still hold things that we have not yet discovered. Have you had a sighting? Message me at Beyond the Beyond 1 on Instagram.